What's up? I got you with the thumbnail, I know. However, this is going to be a completely different video than what you're used to and what you're expecting. This is going to be a complete no bullshit ecom advice video. I'm going to try to put as much sauce into this as possible. And let's not waste any time. Let's start right into it. All right, first of all, I'm going to give you some ecom money glitch advice so that you can actually print money from today after watching this video. First things first, Google brand search campaign immediately when testing a product. That's something which I always do whenever I test a new product. It's just a free money glitch. It's just people that click off of a website and then search you on Google. And if they find a competitor or just don't find anything, you have paid for a potential customer who is not going to be a customer at the end of the day. Now, second thing, obviously immediately start split testing offers. Even if you're just testing a product, immediately start with an offer split test. Only sell products with upsell potential, right? And then that's also something which you can split test. So I just want to preach split testing a lot, and upsells are something which is very important to split test, and especially when it comes to selling to product research. I only look for products that have extremely good upsell potential, and it just needs to make sense to add in an extra product to the current product. However, you're only gonna know for sure if you actually test, and that's why we split test. Now, next thing, email marketing flows and campaigns as soon as you start scaling. This is extremely important because without this, you're just gonna lose out on a bunch of money. Email marketing makes up like 20 to 30% of my revenue, and I know some people who even got these numbers up like 40%. So if you don't have email marketing, then what the hell are you doing? So, right. Next thing, there are no winning products. Some are just easier to sell than others. There's trends, there's growing versus declining markets, and also there's saturation. But all of these things just make a product easier or harder to sell. There are no winning or losing products. That's just complete bullshit guru stuff, right? Now, next thing, no brand has only one traffic source. You need to create an ecosystem of traffic sources that actually consistently give you traffic, because if at the end of the day, you're going to have a lot of fluctuation when it comes to your ad performance. And so if you're only on Facebook or only on TikTok, you're going to be completely fucked when it comes to actually being profitable every day, especially when running a long-term brand. Because obviously, if you're unprofitable, especially in a very inconsistent platform like TikTok, if you're unprofitable for one day and you're only on TikTok, then you're really literally going to lose out on money on that day. However, if you have a whole ecosystem with 10 traffic sources, right, then you can look at your marketing efficiency ratio instead of just your ROAS on TikTok and actually see, am I profitable this day in total with everything combined or not, right? And I'm not losing money. No brand is doing this. This is ridiculous. Don't just focus on one traffic source. If you're actually doing something long term, if you want to build a brand, then create an ecosystem. Next, brand money glitch, sell consumables, all right? Sell products that people just have to buy again to keep using them, right? This is just a completely easy, this is just the easiest way to maximize lifetime value of each customer when doing e-commerce, is just selling consumable products. And that doesn't even have to be something that you eat or drink or something. So it doesn't have to be supplements. It could also be nose strips. It could also be makeup, whatever, right? Next thing, products never die. If your performance is dying, then one out of these three things is happening, or all three of them. So word of mouth is working against you. You probably know, the power of word of mouth from watching Alex Ramosi videos. Basically, word of mouth means people recommend your website and your product to others, and that's why people buy. That's, however, only possible if you have a really good product and everything that comes around it, good packaging, good wrapping, fast shipping, everything, right? However, people don't realize the negative impact of word of mouth if it's working against you. And as a dropshipper, my friend, you are going to probably have very bad word of mouth. And so when I imagine someone sees your ad and she sends it to her best friend and asks, oh, have you seen this before? And then her friend says, yes, don't buy. It arrives in 3 weeks and it's shit, right? obviously you're going to lose out on a customer, and that is why your performance is dying out. That's why you're switching products every 2 weeks, right? That's why you're never going to build something long term. Focus on your product. Product is everything in the beginning. Next up, rising competition for a marketing angle. That means that, obviously, even if you do everything right, there's going to be a lot of people that are ripping your content, ripping your ads, just basically ripping your whole brand. And what you have to do then is just be the number one and just open up new marketing angles. And you can only do that by testing, right? If you don't test, obviously their competition that just has more cash to scale is just going to eat you up, and your brand is going to again die out, right? And then also ad fatigue, and this is especially a big problem if you can't repeat the success because you ripped all the winning ads, right? Obviously you don't know why the ads worked in the first place because you downloaded them from PP ads, and now you have ad fatigue and your product dies. Let's get into some must-dos as a dropshipper. Now, first of all, you need to have a perfect profit and loss tracking with everything. So also your team, your VAs, you should also include Discord servers, communities, everything. Every expense that you have, you need to add in here. Also taxes, if you're selling to EU, VAT, add everything, right? Next up, accountant. You don't want to go to jail. I'm pretty sure about that. And so you need to pay your taxes right. And that can be especially a very complicated topic when you're selling to EU because of VAT. So you definitely need to speak to an accountant if you're not an expert in that area. However, don't get scammed. There's some really expensive ones that are too expensive. And so don't let them pull the money out of their pockets. Next up, how to actually succeed. You need to practice the skills which you lack the most, 4 hours a day. So that means if you're the worst at making ads, but you're really good at product research, you're good at website copywriting, you're good at everything else, media buying, but your ads suck, then you need to practice at making ads for at least 4 hours a day, every single day, Monday through Sunday. That's how you get better. That's how you improve quickly. That's how you grow. Next up, you always should have backups for everything, for your ad account, for payment providers, and so on. You should have backups for every single possible thing that you can imagine of. Then, after some time, you should probably turn off the Shopify notifications. Why? Because it feels productive, and in 2 weeks, you're just gonna ask yourself, oh, why am I having no winning ads anymore? Well, the reason is because you were lazy. You felt productive, you got a bunch of notifications, you made a bunch of money. However, you only see the result of your creative work in 2 weeks. And so you also see if you have put in not enough creative work. You're only going to see that too in 2 weeks. Even though you're going to feel extremely productive today because you made a bunch of money, well, guess what? In 2 weeks, the world is going to look very differently, all right? And a last piece of advice, which I would have also told my younger self. Unfortunately, I didn't do this enough. Document your journey as much as possible. If you just want to, do a journal, then do that. Even YouTube videos are a very good way. Do it just as much as you can and put as much effort and time into this as well. Trust me, thank me later. You're going to see why I said that. It's just worth it. And now, last but not least, I want to get into some realistic facts that you're going to, probably face as an ecom guy, as a dropshipper. First of all, it's going to take you years to be consistently profitable. So not just hit a winner once and then not make money for a half a year, but really consistently be profitable optimally with a long-term brand, for example. That's going to take you years, not weeks, not even months, years, all right? Multiple years in ecom. Next up, you're still going to have failed product tests after hitting 5 winners. It's normal. People still test products. Products still fail. Most products that people test. And so don't stress that too much. Keep testing. Keep improving. Don't raise your ego just because you've had some winners and go, oh yeah, from now on, I'm only going to hit winners. It's not how it works. All right. Also, you're going to face new problems every single day. It's just what it is. If you want everything to go smoothly, don't start a business. Then you're going to lose a lot of money before your first winner. Obviously, you're going to lose a couple hundred up to a couple thousand. Basically depends on what route you go. If you have a mentor, then you're obviously going to lose out much less. If you don't have a mentor and you do it all on your own, it's okay. However, you're going to lose much more money because you're just going to waste so much on bullshit ads, shit products. You're going to buy a bunch of assets for ad accounts. You're going to spend way too much money on just shit that you don't need. And so if you actually add up everything, you are going to realize how much you've actually lost. And so that you don't faint when you actually add your calculations, when you add up your stuff, I'm just warning you, you're probably going to lose out on a bunch of money before you actually hit your first winner. And last but not least, for e-commerce, but for anything in life, if you cannot do it forever, don't do it for one day. With that being said, I wish you a fantastic day, guys.